Close your hand.
Not on the list.
Another handshake.
Okay. This dude's legit?
It's legit.
Legit.
Yeah. For those of you that wanna know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard. Whether it's the beat of the mic, he feels so unlike everybody else alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but he knows the code.
I can never be in another phone call because of him.
Making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go. Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, now the picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end.
I understand that you have a very close friend group. Mr. Bona, Mr. Coates, and Mr. Woods. What about Mr. Woods?
Mr. Woods.
What about Mr. Woods?
That guy?
Mr. Woods, what do you think you contribute to your friend group?
Pretty much everything. All right. I got 4 best friends. I include myself in that because I love me as much as I do those guys. You know, I bring the energy, the intensity, the hair. I bring it all.
Some have said that you wear a wig. Is this true?
Hey, Mr. Woods.
Good morning, Tristan.
Is that a wig?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't wear wigs.
Oh, alright.
No. This is natural. If you take care of yourself and you have superior genes, this is what you end up with.
That's fair. What have you accomplished in life?
Well, I'm not a big award guy. I don't pay attention to my accomplishments. You know, for example, this Teacher of the Year award. I forget it's here sometimes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Which one?
Have you guys seen Woods? Is he here?
Yeah, that's why we're here, to get away from that dude.
Yeah.
Like, let's not, what do you need him for?
I don't blame you. I was just making sure.
Stalker. Hello.
In fact, lock that door.
Hey, Mr. Coates, Mr. Bona in here?
Not that I know of.
Hanson, find him.
What is your favorite memory you have with your friends?
We just like to kid around. For example, the 4 of us, we went on a trip to Las Vegas. We drove cross country, and they were always kidding. Like they told me, for example, we were leaving on Wednesday, but then I happened to notice they're loading their cars on Tuesday. Those guys were gonna, you know, pretend to leave a day early, but I caught up to them, all right? And then we drove cross country, and then they were always playing pranks all the time. Like, for example, we needed gas, so they asked me to go in and pay for the gas. Then they took off, and I walked home. All right, I mean, they got me really good on that one. Oh, that was a long walk, 3-4 days. All right, I didn't have a wallet because I left it in the car.
Okay, so I understand that you have a very close friend group.
I love my friends. I'm the luckiest guy alive. Mr. Coates, funniest guy I've ever met. He is super smart, can talk about it with anything. He's just the greatest guy in the world. Mr. Brewer, funniest guy ever, greatest storyteller, and just a generally good man.
What about Mr. Woods?
That guy, I mean, squirrels, like, Who's afraid of squirrels?
We're going to be looking at the causes of the Spanish-American War and the American.
Can you think of a time when each member of your friend group has helped you out?
Yes, I do. I remember when I had a root canal and my teeth were really hurting. And Mr. Bona chewed my food for me and fed me like a baby bird. I also remember one time when I ran out of toilet paper and Mr. Brewer was in the stall next to me and he gave me some toilet paper. He spared a square. You know, so those two have really helped me out a lot.
What about Mr. Woods?
Mr. Woods.
I understand that you have a very close friend group. Mr. Bona, Mr. Coates, and Mr. Woods.
Okay.
So, if you could choose 3 people to be stranded on a deserted island with, who would you choose?
3 people or 2 people, including myself?
3 people,
3 people.
not including yourself.
Oh, well, I got to go with my 2 number 1s, Bona and Coates. Third guy that I would be stranded with, probably Mr. Soprano, for sure.
Why not Mr. Woods?
What? The guy who's afraid of squirrels. Literally. Seriously. I want to survive. Okay? I want to be able to survive. I don't want to go there and have someone hold me back and eat my food, breathe my air. I need that stuff. And what I'm looking for are guys that I can survive with. You're talking about a guy that, I mean, he could drown in 6 inches of water. Okay? If I did take Woods, and I'm not saying I would, but if I did, merely to eat him. That's what I'm saying. Merely to eat him. I feel like he's at the age now where he's a little squishy. And with that being squishy, the meat is a little bit more tender. You know, like Coates would be eating like a giant thing of gristle, and I wouldn't want that. So I'd eat him last. Even though he provides me with a lot of sustenance, but Woods definitely just to eat.
That was the 3rd time that week that I got lice. Yep.
Hey, can you catch over a tone bowl tonight?
Who's at the door? Who is it? Man,
Come on in.
Hey, the 4 amigos, all together again. How we doing?
Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
missed you guys at lunch.
Oh, yeah, I had to go talk to Mr. Schwarzenegger.
Irritable bowel.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's cool.
speaking of irritable, my grandmother broke her hip, so I gotta go give her a call.
Oh, that
Again?
reminds me.
Yeah, the nurse's aide dropped her down the stairs this time, so.
Oh, sorry. Your
I-
grandma has the worst luck.
Yeah, thanks.
Speaking of,
So,
I have to go make a coffee.
right now?
Yeah, it's, you know, the paper, you know.
I get it.
Yeah, I'll come back in a bit.
All right.
I gotta go. I gotta call a guy about some white walls. They'll look really good on my Impala. I got 26-inch rims.
But,
Joe, spinners, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, but I thought we could.
I understand, but these white walls are really cool. And by the way, oh my gosh, you see that over there?
What? Hey.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end.